This is Texans TV.
Texans 360 is presented by BMW, the official luxury car of the Houston Texans. By TDECU, the official credit union of the Houston Texans. And by Caesars Rewards, for every way you play.
We are ready to rock in Houston. Rock and roll.
Another day, another dollar.
Touchdown, Texans. He's in. Rock and roll.
That's when you think you've seen it all. There's always something else.
Let's go. They go home. They go home.
Welcome into Texans 360. The Texans are headed to the Big Apple, and you are headed for a treat tonight. We've got a great show, like we always do. Nick Caserio, general manager of the Houston Texans, talks about the state of the team. Dameon Pierce, you may have heard of him. He goes one-on-one with Drew Doherty, answers all your burning questions that you didn't even know you had. And then, of course, Garrett Wallow. He's in his second year, but do you know the real story behind the Texans linebacker? We've got him, but first, the head coach of your Houston Texans, Lovie Smith, goes one-on-one with Mark Vandermeer and John Harris to talk about the state of the Texans.
Joining us right now on Texans Radio, it's Texans head coach Lovie Smith. Coach, great to see you. And you began your press conference like this, and I know you're all about the fans and the city and Texas and the Astros winning the championship. Your friend Dusty Baker, it has to be great to see that.
Oh, just outstanding time. Just period of time when you're a city. A world championship has been brought back to our city. And it is, little added, something special to it when you know the man. For me personally, I know the man that led them,
Coach, Thursday night, you were right there with the Philadelphia Eagles, only unbeaten team in the league, and took them into the fourth quarter. I know you didn't get to where you wanted to go at the finish line, but there were some good things in that game. What did you see coming out of it after having a few days to reflect?
Well, you have to just be real about, first off, who is one undefeated team, and we played them hard from start to finish, like the fight that we took throughout. But there's some things eventually you have to do to win football games, and we didn't protect the ball as well as we needed to. We let them make some, we gave us some big plays on the defensive side of the football, but we are close. And I like the way the guys were fighting hard right up until the end, trying to, defensively trying to get the ball back, offense trying to go down and get a score. Hopefully we can build on that.
How do young players build trust with you and the coaching staff the best? What's the best way that they can earn your trust to get more opportunities to be out on a field?
Well, we treat, you have a game, you have a practice, you critique it. You need to do this, did this well, you need to improve on these things. Same thing with a game. Eventually you have to play well in practice, get a chance to play in the game. You get in the game, now you need to do some things that warrant more time, that maybe warrant a starting position, all of those. And I think the guys see how this works. And once you, no matter what level, once you start making plays, we're trying to win.
Yep.
Best guys are going to play. I think that's what our young players are seeing. We've told them all along, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you're our best, you're going to play. You continue to play well, you can continue to play. That's where we are. I know they're going to come into the building tomorrow ready to go and can't wait to try to build on some of the stuff we did this Thursday.
To that point, Coach, for a while, it felt like all of us media types are saying the NFL is a passing league. Everybody's throwing. But then you look across the league, and everybody's got a really good running back. Do you sense kind of a shift back in some sense? Maybe not to 1995, 21 personnel, ISO, all that. But do you sense maybe the NFL going back to, hey, man, we can run the ball a lot better with these lighter defenses? Do you see that happening in the NFL across the board?
I definitely think that that's the case. And I think what the team, people, it's still, you have to be able to pass the football.
Yeah.
But you can do both.
Yeah.
That's how it's always been. It's about balance, being able to throw the ball, but to also have a commitment to the run, to toughen it. It's just not yardage you get on how you get the yardage. There's something about that toughness element, too, that you want on your football team. And you only get that, to me, with running, with the running attack.
Coach, with Pierce's ability to break tackles, somebody was asking me this weekend, well, is it that makes him really good, or is it the ability to cut quickly or his speed? And I said, yes, But what is it to you as you look at him and try to describe him to other people who might not know the nuances of his game?
Well, I think it, as you said, is yes. It's yes to anything you think a good running back should be able to do. I mentioned catch the ball. He can catch the ball. Can he run with power? Can he run over you? Yes, it's documented. Can he make you miss in the open field? And a lot of the great running backs, that's it. They can make you miss in the open field. Can Damon do that? He absolutely can.
Coach, the biggest key in your mind, and I know there's obviously granular keys as you get down into defense and scheme and all that kind of stuff, but from a 30,000-foot view, just in this game in general, what do you want to see from your guys going to take on a team that's been capitalizing on one-score games and winning those games? What do you want to see from your squad going up there against the Giants?
Well, I think we just have to, first off, the start fast part when you go on the road, we have to come out ready to play. And as you talk about, we're playing a team that's a running team. There's a commitment to the run. We can't let them get the runs started. And run defense is about being gap sound and tackling. Got to tackle well, especially against a back like that. On the road, too, for us, that challenge. And New York is one of those places, traditionally just through the years, it's a place that you should be excited to go to play.
Coach, thanks a lot. Good luck this week.
Anytime at all.
And your 2022 Houston Texans, a big part of this Texans team is this next guy who you've probably heard of. His name is Dameon Pierce. He goes by a nickname that confuses me quite often. It's DP. We call him DP around here. We call me DP around here. So there's two of us. It's never happened in the history of me working anywhere. But Dameon Pierce, he's coming off one of his biggest games yet. Career high in carries, career high in rushing yards. He could be the Offensive Rookie of the Year. He goes one-on-one with our very own Drew Doherty.
Today's guest is a brass knuckles for the Houston offense. He was drafted in the 4th round out of the University of Florida, grew up in South Georgia, and now he's picked up 678 yards on the ground for the Houston Texans, 94% of which have come after contact, of course, talking about the one and only Dameon Pierce. It's great to see you, my friend.
Hey, thank you, Drew, man. Thank you for having me, man.
You ready to play a little Jenga?
Yeah, you first, man.
Me first.
Yeah, you got home court. You got home court, man.
Home court, all right. I still have never won, and the rules are can't go from the top 3, and you can only use one hand to pull a block, so I'll start right here. No, or there. How about that? And I'll ask this question of you. Ooh, what's your favorite TikTok dance?
Fun fact, I don't even have TikTok on my phone, so.
Join the club, me either.
Hey, so I don't know. Probably the one that go like this. You know what I'm talking about?
Is that the floss one, or is it?
I have no clue. I have no clue.
Not a dancer, huh?
Nah.
Okay. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, remember the time, Michael Jackson.
Let's go. Let's hear it.
Do you remember when we fell in love? We were young and innocent. Yeah, that's how y'all get. You feel me? The rest I got to pay for. You know what I'm saying?
That's really good. That's really good. He doesn't just punish linebackers. He can also sing some MJ. That's beautiful. I like it. Okay, here we go. Were you a Disney or a Nickelodeon kid growing up?
Ooh, Nickelodeon, Cat Dog.
Cat Dog?
Cat Dog. Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
What else? Anything else Nickelodeon-wise?
What's the dude? Hey Arnold with the big head. All that. I know y'all know about all that.
Of course we do.
It did. And Doug.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay. Good stuff. All right.
Hey man, I feel like I'm finna make it foul, bro.
You better not. I've never won, so you don't want to be the first. Although everyone that's played this has had a big game, so you're going to go off for about 300 yards and 6 touchdowns, I'm guessing, after playing this. Look at that. Ooh.
What is your zodiac sign? I'm a fish. I'm cool, calm, and smooth with the water. The Pisces.
When's your birthday?
February 19th.
Okay.
All my birthday twins, you feel me? Throw up a.
Well, you got to put it on top. We got to put it on top. So
Hey, see, look, that, you know I don't play for real.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. What? Ooh. Look at that. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Marvel, how come? Who's your favorite?
My favorite Marvel character?
Yes.
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver.
Ain't that the dude that was in that movie? They're like, when he go to run around, the time slow down? Yeah, Quicksilver, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Quicksilver.
Quicksilver, okay. You're up, man. That's wobbling.
That's wobbling, bro. That's wobbling.
We might have,
I think, you know what?
we might have loosened things up.
I'm just finna.
You're gonna do it?
Oh, nah. Boom.
Nicely
Forgot
done.
about that.
Nicely done.
What other sport could you be pro at? Pie eating.
Pie eating? What pie?
Ooh, blueberry, apple.
Blueberry and apple? Okay.
Can't go wrong with a good cherry pie either.
Good cherry pie is good too. Okay. Did you play any other sports growing up?
I played a little bit of everything, but they wouldn't let me because they wanted me to be healthy for football season.
So the football coaches said not.
Yeah,
else,
it's
huh? I got you. Okay, I think it's.
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna be, it doesn't look good for your guy here. Okay, here we go. Oh boy. Damian Pierce, you win again.
Hey man, I try to win. Appreciate you, Drew.
Good game, my friend. Good game.
All's well in the game with Jingle.
Welcome back to Texans 360. General Manager Nick Caserio. He is in his second year, and the Texans are 1-6-1, not where they want to be. But of course, there's a lot to look for as far as potential. We heard from Damian Pierce a little bit earlier. The rookies are having a nice season, and the Texans have a big challenge coming up with the Giants here in Week 10. Let's hear what the general manager had to say.
Joining us now in the Hyundai Texans radio studio, it's Texans general manager Nick Caserio. Nick, great to see you. How was the mini bye, the little break? I don't know if you took any time off. How'd you spend it?
Yeah, it was good. It's fairly productive. I got a chance to see some football on Saturday on a scouting front, and then Sunday had an opportunity to spend the day with my daughter. So
nice.
It's kind of the best of both worlds. So worked out well.
Guys who come up big in big games on the college level, does that translate sometimes? And how do you rate that? They get a check mark because they're big-time players in big-time situations.
No, it's a good question, Mark. I'd say you're looking at, and in college, at times there isn't a lot of a situational football, I'd say, just because of the way that it's played. But, okay, their production relative to the opponent. So when you see them against, I know we kind of joke about the SEC, but each week you're seeing them play against the best players. And when you look at, even back to Tennessee's defense, they have, 5 or 6 guys that played in the SEC. We have a number of guys that play in the SEC. That's the best competition. Doesn't mean that there's not a lot of other great programs out there, which there is. But how the player performs maybe against the best competition, a critical situation, doesn't necessarily mean that's going to translate over. Not necessarily, but it's just kind of, to your point, we can grade it accordingly. Okay, how they played against this team, the game grade against, okay, that's a good telltale sign of, all right, the expectation is that guy's going to be able to come in and perform at a certain level if he's given the opportunities.
Nick, as it pertains to underclassmen, you said something to me that's always been interesting. They have until middle of January to make a decision. Is it important to have sort of an idea of what that player is considering so that you can see him on campus, maybe ask questions and do some of those things? You can always do it after the fact, but is it important to track that beforehand, or do you just say, hey, look, underclassmen, we kind of got our eye on, but really we just January 15th or whatever the day is, we'll just find out then and we'll go from there.
Nick, thanks a lot. Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
We're back in the Ford studio with Texans 360 and a lot of second-year players getting notable playing time, like this guy, linebacker Garrett Wallow. He actually started on special teams last year, worked his way into the lineup at linebacker, and showed a lot of promise. This year, he's building on it. Came out of TCU. The Texans drafted him in 2021. Let's get to know a little bit more with his football story.
I was born in Memphis, Tennessee, and I was raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. My childhood was a little different. I had my mom to support my twin sisters and I. We didn't have too much, but she made sure that we wanted for nothing, and if we didn't have it, she made sure that we did have it. I remember I might have been the only kid out there on the field with jean shorts as my football pants because we didn't have that much money. So I had pads on and my football pants were jean shorts, and I had some cleats on. Everybody else had football pants on, but if you ask anybody at Delta Playground, back in the day, I was probably one of the best running backs to come out of Delta Playground. I tell everybody the story. I had one game where I had 5 touches, 5 touchdowns for 200-something or 300 yards, and I don't think anybody even laid a finger on me. So be out there being young on the field, she put me in the sports, and having a mom scream like a dad, was kind of different for me, I think everybody, but she pushed me real hard to get to where I'm at today. So my childhood, for the most part, was stable and it was good. Did a lot of things when I was younger that I probably shouldn't have got myself into. Going into like high school and college, I definitely viewed things from a different perspective because I lived a fast life when I was younger. I went to John Curtis Christian High School. Well, I was a strong safety, so that was honestly, really fun for me. Kind of playing in space, being able to see the whole field.
Takes a step, throws it, and it's nearly intercepted, but broken up by Darren Wallow, and the Patriots are going to win the game.
I was confident. I was very confident. I told us, like, this is it. This is what we've been waiting for. We was on the sideline the whole time. I was like, we're going to go back in. We're going to meet the stop. And I did a whole bunch of things. I played linebacker a little bit. I played free safety a little bit. But high school football was almost like a college for me. My coaches coached me up really hard. It was no, I guess, shocker to me when a coach yelled at me. I always took it well because I was like, man, this is nothing. I got this worse in high school.
Like, I knew that it was coming, but I didn't think it was going to come this quick. And, like, me and my mom were thinking, like, it's coming fast and it's very exciting. And I feel like I do deserve it. A couple of my options were Michigan, Arkansas, TCU, where I ended up going. The reason why I went to TCU was because it was close to home, to where my mom can make some of my home games.
This is a special day for you and your family. Talk about that process with your family and how it worked out for them.
Well, my mom been with me through it all, and I'm blessed to have her. And as you can see, she's over there happy. So, and also when I was at the practice at an unofficial visit, and I knew that I could play on that level and that defense. So I had a very great junior year. I think I finished the season with like 120-something tackles, an interception, and a couple of sacks, and a bunch of tackles for loss.
Hey, Frog fans, we're here after the win, man. I appreciate the energy tonight, man. It was a huge job for our win, man. Keep coming out, keep showing support, man. It's only up from here.
So that's how you know everything really just happens for a reason. And going to the draft day, and I didn't know where I was going. It's the first time in my life where I really feel like I didn't have any control.
The Houston Texans select Darren Wallow.
It's kind of sad bag. And the Houston Texans called. I mean, it was like I just broke down. Everything just became reality, and everything I worked for my whole entire life. The woman that I know my mom is, if I try to give her money, she doesn't take it, but I had to like force her to take it. It was never about the money with us. It was just all about love. If I could give my kids any type of treatment like that in the future, I think I already did a good job, because she did a great job with us, my twin sisters and I. They always kept us, like doing the things that we love to do. My sisters are being successful right now. One of them just got done nursing school, the other's getting ready for dental school, and I'm in the NFL. So just to her, just to be able to provide for all of us and get us to where we need to be, just everything that I do and all my success really goes out to her.
Texans 360 is presented by Comcast, by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. And by Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Houston Texans.
Final segment of Texans 360. I get a chance to go one-on-one with a player every single week in the Deep Slant presented by Xfinity. You can catch it on HoustonTexans.com, the video version, the podcast version. We play it pretty much everywhere, also on Texans Radio. This week, I had a chance to catch up with the Texans sack leader, Jerry Hughes. 7 sacks through the first 9 games. It's year 13. He's never done that before. I had a chance to talk to Jerry and find out why his production is so good this year. It's the Deep Slant 101 presented by Xfinity. My guest this week, Jerry Hughes, year 13, off to the best start that you've had through the first 9 games of your career. How does it feel so far for you?
Oh, man, it feels really good right now. Of course, we want to be winning a lot more ball games. But, we got an opportunity to kind of do that this second half of the season. So that's what I look forward to doing.
You've had the most sacks that you've ever had through this time. I mean, what do you think the reason for the sack production that you've had this year has been?
I got to credit it to the secondary and how well they've been playing, causing quarterbacks to kind of hold the ball a little bit longer. It has been huge, has been key. It's been allowing me to kind of get off those blocks and really finish my rushes, which is really what we focus on doing.
So I never thought about the idea of disguising a move. Like you hear about defenses disguising their coverages, but even as a pass rusher, you try to disguise your moves before you, you may present one thing and actually do another. Is that part of what you have to do at this stage?
Absolutely. Like for me, I like to bull rush, and so I'll like to run at you, and you'll think I'm bull rushing. I'll set it up that way, and then I might spin on you, or I might take an inside move quicker. It all depends on within those first two steps how I can make that move look exactly the same.
I mean, that's hard to defend against, too, when you have no idea what's coming, or you think one thing's coming, you've prepared for it, and then it's something else. How about you? You've moved back to Houston, and, you're back in your hometown. You're back with the teams that you grew up watching, the food you grew up eating. How has that been for you so far?
It's been amazing, honestly, just to kind of stay in my routine. I'm a big routine guy, creature of habit. And so to be able to where I can start something in the off season and continue it, working with my chef, working with the nutritionist team here, it's been phenomenal. I even got an acupuncturist that I'm able to see. So everyone that I kind of put in play to kind of get my body back going for Sunday, it's like nothing has changed. I haven't skipped a beat or anything.
And Jerry, it's been such a pleasure to get to know you. Best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks for having me. Always glad to be here.
Great stuff from Jerry Hughes. 3 more sacks, and he'll have reached his career best, which he did in 2013 and 2014. We expect Jerry to blow way past that number, especially with how he's been playing so far. And if you want to see Jerry Hughes and the rest of your Houston Texans in person, they're back at home at NRG Stadium in Week 11. The Texans are hosting the Washington Commanders for their Salute to Service game. You can get tickets at HoustonTexans.com/tickets. We'd love to see you there. We loved seeing you tonight. And as always, that's going to do it for our show. Thank you so much for watching, and go Texans.
Thanks for watching, and go Texans. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell for new content.